So you're telling me I shouldn't get into MLM? That's the bottom line. Folks, I'm not doing it.
Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Tiana. For those of you who have been here before, welcome back. For those of you who have not been here yet, this is a YouTube channel dedicated to anti-MLM content, some unethical business practices, and some shady shit. This is my grandma, and this is my sister, and this is my sister's child in the stomach, and this is Ruby, and this is Riley. And we are going to just have a sit-down discussion today about multi-level marketing, what my grandma and what my sister know, what they think, and we'll just go from there. So yeah, I guess, oh, actually, before we start, please be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell to be notified every time I post a video. So yeah, Grandma, would you like to introduce yourself?
My name is Darlene. I'm Tiana's grandma.
And that's about all she wrote. She's just my grandma.
Yeah.
She's up in me, I just got a whiff of her breath. It's so bad.
Okay, so Maria, do you want to introduce yourself?
My name's Maria. I'm Tiana's sister. I'm 2 years younger. I live in Virginia. I'm having a baby in March of next year.
A girl.
A baby girl. I do lash extensions here in Virginia, in Hampton Roads.
And there you go. There's Maria's shameless, or what is it? It's my
shameless plug, yeah.
Yeah, there's Maria's shameless plug, so be sure to hit her up if you're in Virginia. So yeah, let's start. The first question is, Grandma, what do you know about, well, first off, you know what MLM stands for?
Multi-level media.
Okay,
Correct.
Close. Multi-level marketing.
Oh, well, I'm close.
Yes, you are very close.
Same idea.
Yes, and do you know what network marketing is, or like, have you heard like network marketing?
No, I'm not. I'm really not familiar with anything on the internet.
Okay,
Really.
fair enough. Okay, so so have you heard of multi-level marketing?
Definitely.
Okay, and what are your perceptions of multi-level marketing?
Well, I think when my husband was selling Fuller Brush was basically multi-level marketing.
Okay, you would say Fuller Brush. Did he have to
Yeah.
build a team?
Well, you always had to get somebody under you.
Okay.
That's how you made money.
Okay.
So, I mean, that's basically the name of the game. You have to bring in as many people as you can.
Okay, so nothing's changed then?
No.
Okay, so Fuller Brush, for those of you who don't know, was one of the like original direct sales companies. And there's like the classic Fuller Brush man, and he's in a suit. And what kind of stuff do they sell with Fuller Brush?
Oh, they sold kitchen sprays, mops, brooms, all kinds of lotions and potions, and everything for basically cleaning houses.
Uh-huh.
But there's so many others out there.
Oh, okay, so it was it was cleaning items.
Pretty much, yes.
Okay, interesting. Interesting. So we'll have to look up what happened to Fuller Brush since. And then Maria, what do you know about multi-level marketing?
I've never personally done it before, but I do have friends and clients and old high school people I see on social media that are in it or talk about it. In my opinion, I feel like it just seems like a Ponzi scheme where you have to pay to get in to make money, which I think is crazy. But I mean, as far as the extent of like what I know, like deep in MLMs, I don't know that much.
You just stay away.
Yeah.
But did it have anything to do with me teaching you that you needed to stay away? Like,
no, I thought it was more so like common sense.
okay, yeah. So I just wanted to make sure like people know that it has absolutely nothing to do with like me indoctrinating you or teaching you or you just have known from a certain time in your life that you shouldn't, or you don't want to, or it's not a good move.
No.
And do you know what age you could think of that was?
I remember in high school, what was that drink called that everyone did?
Vima.
Vima?
Verve.
Yeah, those drinks was when I first realized, like, that's a scheme, for sure.
Actually, you know what, me too.
Yeah.
But yeah, good point. Do you remember that, Grandma?
No, I never even heard of that. But
Okay.
but I know there's a lot of vitamins. There's a lot of
Yeah.
anything to do with your health.
Uh-huh.
There's always so many schemes. And I also think Avon was probably
yes.
another one that was
Mhm.
very similar, selling beauty products.
Yes, true. Actually, yeah. Maybe instead of naming some, can you name any other notable MLMs that you can think of?
Oh gosh, offhand, it'll take me a minute.
Was Mary Kay MLM? That whole, like,
What
pink
is?
Jeep thing that was put over people's heads, like, you can get a pink Jeep if you do all this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, pink
That
car.
was-
Oh, pink Cadillac.
Oh, Cadillac,
Yeah,
yeah.
they
Yeah.
and every once in a while you do see one on the road.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Not often.
And you always know it's Mary Kay.
that's true.
This is true. It's a marketing thing. So some other companies have that kind of same thing where you get a lot of them have
Do
a
they?
thing where you get a car, like the Cadillac. Monate has a Cadillac program
Oh.
with the girls. You do
Well, I
that?
remember when
So yes,
Laura-
Arbonne.
when Aunt Lori's friend was selling, I can't remember exactly what it was, something to do with vitamin products for years.
Isogenics.
For years he did it.
I think
So
it was
apparently
Isogenics
you-
or Herbalife.
Or maybe it was.
Or was it Beachbody?
No, it might have been Herbalife.
Okay.
I can't remember.
Okay.
But there's a lot of them out there.
There is a lot of them out there. So yeah, Mary Kay is a big one. Avon is a big one. Amway is a big one. Or like Quick Star.
Quick Star I've never heard. Now, Avon is kind of, as far as I'm concerned, at one time they were out. They used to drop books at your house. They were always out there with
It's
samples.
different.
And now you really don't hear too much about them.
Well, you don't hear too much about them because you don't have an Instagram.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. So this is kind of, I guess, how it's adapted. Do you feel, so Maria, do you feel like it has adapted the way that MLMs target people or reach people since Grandma's?
Oh yeah. I feel like social media definitely, like, made it so much worse. This lifestyle of, like, the rich and the famous, the luxury lifestyle. You could be like me if you weren't lazy. If you work hard, you can have this lifestyle. And the same guys are the ones who are, like, in a hoopty car that, like, make you pay for dinner.
No, I don't want no scrub. Scrub is God. Get no love from me.
Like my,
Oh, you're talking about the iMarkets Live guys.
like my friends, like, people I know, like,
Literally.
my best friend.
Wait, they're into it or they're not?
My
into
best, I mean, he doesn't watch this, but my best friends in Forex.
iMarkets Live.
Yeah.
So let's clear something too. Forex is okay. People can trade Forex without ever joining iMarkets Live. But but iMarkets Live is like they like teach the educational platform of how to trade Forex. So what you're buying is like the education is what they say. So that's what he's paying for when he says he needs that, the Go Live Academy or whatever, when he talks about that. I don't know.
Okay, so you'll have to explain what is Forex. Means nothing to me.
Yeah, so Forex stands for foreign exchange, and it's just a currency exchange, like global currency exchange system where it's like, say, right now you and I, our money in the United States is worth $1, but we go over to China and we exchange our money over there, we have a good time, and then we need to come back, we have some extra yen. That's what they have in China, right? Is yen. So we have some extra yen. We exchange the money back at the airport. Say we change our yen back to American dollars, but while we were gone, the exchange rate changed. So now we get $1.07 back for our dollar than when we first went.
Or
so
you-
we actually
or you
made
got
it-
95.
Or exactly. You get it. But the goal is that you get $1.07 back when you exchange it. So what people do is they are constantly trading on this global exchange where they're flipping currencies and trying to make money off of that, little blip in the market.
Oh. See, I've never heard of that.
Yeah, and but some people try to say, you know, hey, you can get rich trading $10. All you got to do is invest $10, and then they go and $235 a month for the next rest of your life, and then you got to recruit people. They say you got to recruit people, and that's how they make all the money is recruiting people. But I don't know. Has he made much money trading? Oh, were you gonna ask something?
I mean, honestly, I don't know what he's made off of Forex. I know he enjoys it. I mean, if he enjoys doing it, I think it's okay to do. Which he doesn't bother me or try to like.
But how much can you make unless you're investing a
Basically,
lot of money?
And then when you're investing it, you're not always guaranteed to make it back. You know what I mean? Because it's still a trade. You're risking your money still. So that is the thing.
So they have to watch the market then.
Yes, they have to watch the market and they have to know how to watch the market. But the way that it is like you have 18-year-olds getting up and saying that they can become, that they're 6-figure earners, 7-figure earners, but they didn't make a single penny trading. Who knows if they even have any money?
You know, it's like you see these signs on the road that says earn $10,000 a month.
Yes, that's a scam.
I mean, really, anybody that does anything like that is pretty stupid. But there's people out there. Obviously, there's people out there that do it, or they wouldn't have it.
This is true. They wouldn't have it. Do you feel like that they should crack down on them legally? Like, we know that they're not so good. Do you feel like there should be any like restrictions around them, or do you think that if you're stupid enough to join one, then you deserve to lose your money?
That's how I look at it.
Yeah.
If you're dumb enough to try,
That's your own fault, I feel like.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cold.
Okay. What about people, do you feel like people who are manipulated though, where like, say you've got 2 kids and you don't have a lot of income coming in, and somebody comes up and presents this idea to you where it's like, okay, so it's $99 to start, and then you got to do this, but then you just get people, it's really simple, we can show you the steps, you just have to repeat it. And so you're kind of, you know, like you need something, you're a little bit naive, they kind of play on your like your gullibility a little bit, and then before you know it, you know, you're kind of losing money every month because you got to keep paying, say, $90 every month, and before you know it, you've actually lost more money than you've
Well, there's some people that are desperate, and they think it's a way out.
Well, yeah, but the thing is that 99.6% of people actually lose money when they join an MLM. Did you know that?
No.
So now that you know that 99.6% of people lose money when they go out in an MLM, like statistically across the board, do you feel like that they should have any restriction around that?
Well,
still?
do you think, I mean, someone like, say, when we were talking about, say, Bullet Brush, I don't see where people like that lose money. I mean, they're going out, they're selling a product, and either if you're selling, you're making money.
Yes.
If you don't sell, obviously, you're not making money. It's just that somebody over you is making a commission,
Yes.
and over them is making a commission. That I don't feel is the same.
You're absolutely right. I feel like Fuller Brush still has more of a genuine direct sales portion to it. Some of these companies have commission plans where they're set up, like you guys know, but where they're set up for people where they have to go out and recruit. I think of like Monet and like your Mo neighborhood where you literally have to recruit. Like it's like 4 VIPs and 1 market partner or something like that. And it's like physically it would bottom out. Like you can't recruit, like the way the pyramid schemes work is like, by like, if you say, okay, everybody needs to get 5 people on your team, and then you help those 5 people get 5 people, and you help those 5 people get 5 people, and those 5 people, and it's just like, you just have to help everybody get their 5 people. Well, that's impossible because by the 15th or the 16th level, you've actually already reached like the population of the globe.
I think that they expect you, just like when you see advertisements for, say, vacuum cleaner sales, and you have to sell so many, and who are you going to sell? You sell your parents, you sell your cousins, you sell your friends, and then you run out of people. Obviously, you have to run out of people, and then what do? So then now you've got to rely on those people to get you more sales.
But what happens when you turn those people into also salespeople?
Yeah, but I don't know where your sales are going to come from anymore unless you're expecting your people that are under you to make you all this money.
But
I don't think it happens. I just don't.
Is there a way out? Like if the pyramid's like here in the middle, and someone in the middle is like, you know what, I want to leave.
What do you mean?
All the ones that work underneath them, where do they go?
Oh, you mean like what happens to your downline, like
Yeah.
when you leave? Okay, I get it. Is there a way out? I'm like, what do you mean? You're not stuck in the pyramid forever?
Like, where are they?
So I've actually heard that you can purchase downlines, and sometimes people will like if they've got too many people, they'll split off downlines. Like if you can't manage like 10,000 people, you know what I mean? Like you've got to split up. Some people do have built teams.
I'm sure, but not, well, I guess.
Thousands and thousands, but you know, those people didn't make any money under them, unfortunately.
Yeah.
It's just the one person that made all the money. That's how it goes. But yeah, no, you can get like if they leave, like their downline, I think is either like reassigned to like the person above them or like I don't know, like whoever enrolled the person who is the person who left.
I wonder how many leave though after they're making.
Oh, so many people leave. They think, I don't know, we can look how many, let's Google the statistics. I think most people don't stay in them. 99.6% of people lose money. That's almost 100% of people lose money. Like, it's not
No,
even like it's a little bit this way.
the odds
that
are
way.
good.
No, the odds are not good. They're atrocious. Let's see.
But I wonder if people realize that going in, unless they think, oh, I'm special.
They think they're special.
That's what people do think that they're special. You watch these things and they go, oh, well, I'm that 1%. You literally see people go, well, I'm that 1%. Watch me. Because people think like, oh, like I'll show them a challenge. It's like, why would you join a system where you're actually set up to fail? You know what I mean? Okay, so it says 95% of MLM participants quit within 10 years. 30% of them survive at least 10 years.
Well, that's a long time.
That is a long time.
That's a very long time.
That is a long time. But do any of those people end up quitting? I don't know. I mean, or not end up quitting, or end up like making any money? Like after 10 years, they quit. Why are they quitting after 10 years? I don't know.
What's the average income like for an MLM?
Well, I don't know if I were there.
Well,
10
it
years.
depends. We can look up an income disclosure statement for one. Let's look up Arbonne.
I mean, I
that's the
wouldn't leave
easiest.
if I were making. If you
top?
if you have money coming in every month, why would you leave? It just doesn't make sense.
Unless you've lost so much money.
Yeah. But then that's a different story. You're right.
Let's see here. The average annual earnings for 61% of the company. Do you want to guess how much people make in
month?
1 year?
Or a year?
In 1 year, 60% of the company make this amount in the total of 1 year.
24,000.
20?
What?
I think my guess is 5,000.
5 what? Oh, I thought you were like $5. I was like, ding, ding, ding. No, just kidding.
Yeah, I'm way off base.
Wow.
I think I'm
you
five
off
thousand.
base.
How much?
$707.
Oh, well.
And that doesn't include how much they put
Wow.
into the company to buy the product, to buy the starter kit. That's like that deduct the starter kit from that 707. So even
Well, so basically you're making nothing.
exactly.
61%.
And that's the average. Do you want to know what the bottom earners were?
Well, 100?
No, they're below. They have to be losing money.
$2. And that's 60% of the company. Now let's move on to the next rank. 29% of the company, they're district managers. They actually give them the name of district manager at this point, okay? 29% of the company. Do you want to guess what the average annual earning is?
Well, they can't make anything either then if
500.
No,
I
I
guess.
should hope it's more than that.
Because the other one was 700, Maria. So
Okay,
Those
let's
are managers?
guess. Let's guess 2,800.
You're closer.
1,000.
Okay, so Graham was a little closer. The average earnings is $3,232, and the bottom 50 average was $111.
So you're telling me I shouldn't get into MLM? That's the bottom line. Folks, I'm not doing it. What's the point?
What? You ask them. Seriously,
It's so silly.
I know. I'm serious. No, I know. I agree.
But
with
better
you.
yet is you're making money off telling people not to do it. So you're making more money than they are.
well, maybe they should do what I do.
Well, without them, you wouldn't have your money.
But
I
see,
know, but you know what? I would rather me not have my money and them never have ever joined and lost the money. That is how much I don't like. I mean,
now,
like,
do you get people responding to you, people that have been involved in this, that
Yeah.
say, thank you for doing this?
mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes, I do. I do. There are a lot of former Huns and current Huns and people around, and a lot of people who watch these videos have been a part of something like
I'd
this.
probably
too.
cry if I watched something like this if I had lost money.
Yeah, it gets, it's sad
It's
because.
like, why did I do this?
No, you do. I think a lot of people grapple, I think, with
Well,
the shame of it.
it sounds good. I mean, let's
Yes.
face it, it does sound good.
Yeah.
And I might be prone to doing it also if I was hungry for money. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah, no, that's the point, is that people they're hungry for money, and it sounds good, and it looks enticing, but if we give people the honest truth, the
Yeah.
facts, people don't lay out the facts. These companies hide this stuff from people.
Well, why would
don't
they
make
tell
it,
them?
but yeah, right? And then, well, let's finish it off, though. So let's go for 7% of the company. Do you want to guess what the average annual amount that 7% of the company makes?
7%, like the.
So the last one was like was 3,200.
These are the higher.
These ones are the area managers.
Oh, they probably make 48. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess around.
No, you guys, like 16,077.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
That's the annual earnings, but that has nothing to do with also how much you've spent.
Yeah, sure.
And that's not enough to leave your job. Can you survive off of $16,000 a year
Well, I feel like most people.
For a couple months.
for the year?
No, I could survive a
How much
couple
is that
months.
about?
I ain't left off Baton Rouge. You think I'm left off Baton Rouge?
Okay.
Well, that's a little over 1,000. It's like a little 1,200 a month or 1,300 a month. It's nothing.
You're not paying rent, I guess. Like if
You're not
people
paying rent.
I mean,
people are
if it's
married, doing
Well,
side jobs.
maybe if it's an additional income.
Yeah.
But
but it's not worth all the work.
right? Is it? Yeah, exactly. Is it worth all the work that you had asked them? Now let's look at regional vice presidents. Oh wait, we didn't look at the average of the bottom 50 though. Do you want to know how much they make? They're the area managers too, but they make $2,600. All right, so now we're at the top 2% of the company. Okay, so 2% of the entire, how many independent, let me Google how many Arbonne independent, oh, we're looking at the Canadian one. Oops, whatever. This is, it doesn't matter, they're all the same. Let's Google how many Arbonne consultants are there. There's 174,200 Arbonne independent consultants. So if only 1% of them, oh, this one I think is the average.
Is that
this one? Here's 2018.
Is this in the United States?
Yes. Here's the United States. So they're about in line. The first one was, it's a little more. So the first one was 707. This one's 839 for 66% of the company.
Same
still.
thing.
Yeah. Yeah, the bottom at 24% of the company, the bottom average 50 made $103. And so that's out of 170,000 girls. So it's like already you've got, what's 24 plus 66?
90 or something.
Okay,
somewhere.
cool. 90% of the company makes less than $3,851 for like about
terrible.
average. The top 50 earners make around 22,000.
So
That's the top 50.
the bottom line is it's the company that's making all the money.
Yeah, and the people at the very top.
Yeah. But the company itself, whatever.
Yes, because what it is people are buying distributorships where they are basically signing up to be a consultant, but you know what? They fail to realize that they're the actual customer, that they're not actually selling things. You know, they're really just finding more customers to buy into it to think that they're salespeople.
You know, but regardless, they're paying a certain amount for the product.
Yes.
And they're still making money. The company's making money on
Yes.
that product.
Yeah.
So if you have 174,000 people buying, that's a lot of people.
Yeah, that is, but they think that they're salespeople. That's the saddest part of it all. So, and that's why you shouldn't join a multi-level marketing company, folks. Even my grandma, one income disclosure statement, that's all it took, was one income disclosure statement, and she knew that it just wasn't right. Right, Ruby?
Well, it doesn't make sense.
Exactly, it doesn't make sense. So there's one other thing that I do want to talk about because I do remember that you touched on it. So there was the blessing loom circle that we were talking about. And you had mentioned it where you had talked about doing it in the 70s, and this still always intrigues me. You said it was like that where you would have to go and find 2 people to put in a few $1,000s, and then everybody had to go and find a couple people to put in.
Are you talking about the pyramid scheme?
Well, yeah, I'm talking about the pyramid scheme.
Where you had to put in like $1,500 and then find someone else to put in?
Yeah, but it's basically, so my grandma played the blessing loom game in the 70s or the 80s.
I think it was not even that long ago.
What, the 90s?
Probably.
Well, wasn't he married to...
He was involved, yes.
Yes.
And everybody from his office.
Uh-huh.
And so it's great if you're the type that can recruit, but if you don't know enough people and have no one to draw from, then it's like when you do get to the top, let me tell you, it was sure nice.
When you get to the top?
Oh my God, yeah, because after everybody's investing this $1,500 and you get to the top of the list and everybody's giving you these $1,500, well, it's cash, and all of a sudden you've got $10,000 or $12,000 hidden in your drawer. It's wonderful, but it doesn't last. You know, eventually it's going to end. The pyramid scheme.
Yeah, and then somebody's going to lose.
It was also illegal.
It was also illegal.
It was definitely illegal.
So, do you know that that's like basically how the Bernie Madoff Ponzi pyramid scheme thing goes, where he had people who were investors, and he would have the new investors, basically he would funnel that money to the older investors, and he would create this cycle, but he wasn't ever trading or like doing money. People thought he was really good with the money, but he was taking new investments and giving it back to people.
And all the money was going in his pocket.
Yeah. So.
And we know where he is now.
Where is he?
Bernie Madoff, maybe?
I don't know.
Oh, he's in prison.
Oh, I don't know. You could have been said 6 feet under for
all
I don't know.
His whole family turned on him. No, it was not a good scene. But that goes on all the time.
What goes on all the time?
There's so many Ponzi schemes. But he was so smart. He had millionaires investing with him.
Yes.
I mean, a lot of very important people lost a lot of money.
Yeah. Can only imagine.
Do you think that, like, it's not a pyramid scheme, but do you feel like stuff like flat tummy tea, stuff like that is kind of a scheme in a way where it's like fake? Different kind of scheme, but
flat
like...
tummy tea I think is like a laxative, and I don't think people...
So I'm saying people that advertise it, is that to you like a somewhat of a scheme?
I feel like advertising on like Instagram, I feel like it's a paid advertisement. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I don't think there's anything wrong with affiliate marketing. But what I do feel like there's something wrong with is throwing out your morals and marketing something that you know that maybe your audience shouldn't drink or do or take, and you personally don't use or do or take, because is like, I don't know, like, why to me? I don't know. Like, I mean, like, are you really getting paid that much from flat tummy tea to go and promote it to other girls that it might not be safe? Like, it's a laxative. I don't know. Or like that Sarah's.
Well, can you decide what you want her to? Oh, I didn't.
But to me,
like, if somebody comes to you with a deal, and you know what I mean, like, you could either say yes, I've got morals, or no, I don't. Like, if you don't like the thing.
I didn't know that's what they did.
It feels like a worse version of a pyramid scheme. Like, it's kind of like a step down.
Do people, though, need to recruit people to sell flat tummy tea, or they make the money, though, when they say, hey guys, buy flat tummy tea, and then girls go and buy flat tummy tea and they get a portion of the sales. They're not going, hey girls, you should all sign up to sell flat tummy tea too. Yeah. So there's an inherent difference, because you don't need anybody else to start selling it for you to make money. It's just if they want the product, they want the product, and then you get a cut of the commission.
Like, when I see it, I feel like it's all a lie, which they're not forcing anyone to join, but I feel like when I see that stuff on Instagram, I'm like, that's a lie. Like,
but how much on Instagram do you feel like is actually real?
I mean, it's always reality stars I see post it. I mean,
No, I just mean like in general. You said it's all a lie. Like how much on Instagram in general is real? Do you really
it's
feel
true.
like,
Most of it's a lie, I
you know
guess.
what I mean? Like Instagram bodies, Instagram. Do you know what an Instagram body looks like, Grandma?
Like Kim Kardashian.
I don't go on Instagram, so no.
Okay, but you know what Kim Kardashian's body looks like.
Of course.
Okay, so that's an Instagram body. It's like really big boobs, really small waist, really big hips.
Giant butt, tiny legs.
Yeah, and what are they selling?
Clothes, bathing suits,
Oh.
I don't know.
Well, that's funny because
Teeth whitener.
somebody just said the other day that they love her bras, and that's what they buy.
Oh, the skins,
Skims.
So
skims, whatever, who cares?
Don't be rude.
Are you kidding me?
I swear to God,
Stop.
don't be
What are
rude
you
and throw the thing on
doing?
me. I'll hurt you. Don't do that.
Stop. Oh my god.
yeah.
Like here, let's see, I'll show you an Instagram body. Goes to Fashion Nova.
Well,
Yeah, that's the number one.
I do
does it have
feel
to be?
like-
Does it have to be a body? Is it
Yes, like here's an Instagram body.
okay?
That's about it. Okay.
I don't know. She looks pretty good.
She does look good. She does look good. It's kind of like Instagram in general has set this standard of the way that girls need to look
Well, now that I
to
don't
be, you know, like like huge waist, you know, very snatched stomach. It's kind
is
of
that supposed to be the body of the year or something?
yes. That this is what's in. You know, like we're modeling. Like you remember, say, like Twiggy used to be. You had to be 2 pounds in the stick.
That's about it.
Well, now it's very different. It's not about being 2 pounds in a stick. It's about having, you know, a very
They like
small.
that rounded butt.
Yeah,
Small
they
waist,
do
big
like that
Funny,
rounded butt. What were you going to say?
I don't have one. Might get wide, but it doesn't get round.
So yeah, but that's an Instagram body. That's really the excitement. But there's a lot of pressure, I think, on Instagram to be somebody or do something or like be away or.
I'm sure there's people sitting here trying to decide what can I do to become famous on
You think?
Instagram.
Oh yeah, like what kind of content's
Oh, my
gonna
God.
sell up the wazoo? You know, I don't really, you know, I don't post on Instagram. I feel like Instagram's really hard to come up with stuff like all the time to be posting, or like people need to make inspirational quotes all the time. That's another thing actually with MLMs is, do you feel like if you see an inspirational quote, well, not you, Grandma, sorry. But do you feel like if you see an inspirational quote, it's going to be accompanied with selling something or like being the best version or like joining something or enrolling or
Yeah,
I don't know.
I feel like so.
Like when you see that, like, you know, like how do you start your mornings? Do you wake up ready to take on the day and fuel your body the right way, or do you, you know, like
It's also always like professional photos of them like looking off like dramatically. I feel like. Do you notice that too?
yeah,
it's always,
or
like-
like
On top of a building, or like doing something next to a fancy car.
oh yeah, or even just sitting in bed like with their laptop from home.
That's more like the
Oh, like
Arbonne
Mhm.
makeup girls. I feel like.
okay, you're just thinking about like people like flexing to sell something regular on Instagram. Oh yeah, I went back to like girls that just want to do
MLM.
this, yeah, and like need to come up
Yeah.
with content, and they're like constantly posting or
Yeah.
like being like,
This could be you too.
yeah, this exactly, this could be you too. How do you feel about? Do you feel like social media has been hard to keep up with as the years go on, or do you feel like
Well-
whoever kept up? She was just scrolling Facebook, so she's not immune.
I mean, for what I do, I've come a long way,
Uh-huh.
but I'm certainly no authority.
Mhm.
I mean, I really don't go on Facebook. I don't go on any really type of social media.
Okay. And here's the trick question: how many of my videos have you watched?
One,
Which one?
I was at the beginning, so I couldn't even tell you.
Oh. And Maria?
I watched your very first one all the way through. Then I've watched a few, but like I haven't finished
Here
them.
and there. That's it.
Yeah. I watched your live.
You know what I can't figure out? I mean, for me, this has nothing to do. Let's cut this part out.
Okay.
I don't understand how you get onto YouTube. I've never subscribed.
Uh-huh.
So, because I know I look at Wonderbot. You ever heard of that? Oh, they've got nonsense stories, you know. These
Oh,
little-
and you want to be able to subscribe to
So,
them
like-
so that when the next time you open up your page, it
Right,
goes
but
up
I was
there.
afraid to do it because I thought, do I really want to do this? I'm so leery
So
about
it's okay. So
Okay.
watch what happens.
But isn't there a way to subscribe to YouTube in general? I mean, like, how do I get on and say I want to look at this?
Yeah.
Because the only way I do it is if I say I want to listen to my favorite song, and then it comes up on YouTube.
Yeah.
And then I get on there.
Yeah.
But from there on, I'm kind of lost.
Okay, so here, I'll just show you really quickly. But yeah, all right, so let's gather our wrapping up thoughts. Are there any final thoughts, questions? Do you guys have any questions for me about my channel, or like anything like you want to ask?
Right. Give us a clue.
I don't know. There's no clue to give you. It's either you want to ask something if you ever had a question about like anything about my YouTube channel.
Oh, I
or
got a
anything.
question.
Okay.
Do you think you'll ever run out of things to talk about on the channel?
No. Are you kidding me?
No?
Do you think that I ever run out of things to talk about in real life?
Well, where do you find? How do you decide what you want to talk about?
That's a good question. So I kind of play it by ear because sometimes there are videos that I want to make, but it's not the topic of conversation right now within the community or with what's going on. So I put those videos on the back burner. So I've got kind of like a good collection of videos. Like I have a little notepad where I kind of write ideas down, things down that I could talk about. But a lot of times when I go in with the intention to make a video on a specific topic, that topic completely changes or shifts because I read something or learned something or found a bit of information. So, you know, I don't know, or sometimes like I start a story that's like I start to learn something and I realize like it's way too much information to put into a short video, so I completely I just take a tiny bit of it and then I make a video out of that.
So how much research do you put into it?
Depends. Like this video, obviously I put zero research into this video, but you know, like some videos I spend a lot of time, like I'll download like a 30-page PDF and I'll read it and highlight it and whatever. Sometimes I'll actually buy a book and I'll read a whole book from start to finish and review it. So I mean, it just depends on what it is, but usually I spend a couple days researching a topic just to get a good, around it. Yeah.
So how many responses do you get on the average to each
video? Well, it's grown. I started with, like you said, like I couldn't wait to get 200 subs, and then I couldn't wait to get it to 1,000, and now I'm at 4,000. And every day we get a few more. And so, like the beginning videos, maybe I'd get a couple hundred views. I got one video that had a lot more views than some other videos, but that's alright.
So obviously it's depending on the topic that you're putting on and what's in that title that's attracting somebody to it.
Exactly, this is true.
And then of course, if you have a subscriber, they're probably looking at most of them.
Yeah, if and sometimes if they don't always get the notification, or like if I subscribe to like 150 people, like it's hard to keep up with everybody you subscribe to, but if you do care about somebody, like you watch a person, you tune into their channel. I have people that I tune into their channel, and I know when they post things. Always, I watch all of their videos, so maybe, I don't know, if you guys watch all my videos, that's really nice. Thanks. Yeah. Any other questions?
That I can think of.
Nope. All right.
Now when will this post?
I don't know. It depends on how long it takes to edit and whatnot. I could post this one tomorrow, or probably won't post it tomorrow. I don't know. People might be like gross after Halloween. I don't know. It's like Sunday is a good day. I should have posted. I mean, it would have been better to have a video been up earlier in the week, but sometimes you can't always.
Or do you find that people watch more on the weekends?
Just naturally, YouTube. You can look at the analytics and see when people are more online, when you have people watching, and so I can see at like my specific audience. I can see what time of the day they're even on YouTube the most. So I could say like. It's a majority of my audience is on by 9 o'clock in the morning, so I post it at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it makes sense. So this channel makes a lot of sense. So that's why you should not join you should not join multi-level marketing companies. I think that's the takeaway, Grandma, right? Would you join one after what we briefly discussed
Certainly
today?
not. Well, I wouldn't have joined one before, but
Yeah.
I for sure wouldn't join one now. I think you have to be a certain type of person to really want to do that.
You have to have patience and like another job, I feel like.
And another job
Yeah.
that actually pays the
But I
bills.
think a lot of people think this is going to, just like you did when you started, you have the hopes that it's going to be your only job and you're going to make enough money that you're not going to have to work again.
Exactly. Like you said, just like I did, because you know.
LOL. So after watching this back, I realized my grandma meant just like I did when I started my YouTube, but I thought she meant just like I did when I was in an MLM. And so in this moment, we are talking about two different things, and yeah, I don't know. It circles back around, but we are not on the same page in this moment.
How vested I was. You remember how much I like. It had nothing to do with the fact that I didn't work hard. Or would you say that it had anything to do with the fact that I didn't work hard?
But not only that, but you don't know. I mean, people have to like what you have to say, obviously. They have to like your personality, and if they didn't, you would have flopped. You know, it would have gone nowhere. So you don't know.
True, but but do you feel, because I was just gonna say, like, a lot of these multi-level marketing companies tell you that you weren't successful because you didn't work hard enough, but 99.6% of people lose money. So is it that they didn't work hard enough, or that they were set up to fail from the very beginning?
Well, I think a lot of the programs you are set up to fail.
Yeah,
Not all of them.
but a lot of them.
But you've also got to have the gift of gab. You know, there's a lot of things that you
There's
have
a lot
to...
of people that don't have the gift of gab.
Right.
Out of these
And really, when
consultants,
you're doing multimedia, you've got to have the gift of gab.
Multimedia. Multi-level marketing.
Yeah.
Multi-marketing.
Multi-level. You've got to have that gift of gab.
You do have to have the gift of gab. But you know what? Even if I had the gift of gab and I even started a multi-level marketing company, there is 99.6% chance I'm still going to lose money.
Sad.
It is
Very
sad.
sad.
Very sad. Very, very sad. So even Grandma knows, even Maria knows. So anyways, thank you guys so much for tuning into my YouTube channel. Remember to like, subscribe, hit the bell to be notified every time I post a video. And
Wait, resay that again. I was mocking you.
sorry. I couldn't even tell. I don't even need to say that at the end, really. I don't even really say that.
Like, subscribe, hit the bell for
Oh, do
notifications.
you guys want to say it? You guys want to close this out?
You know, it's funny. That's the first thing they say when I listen to Wonder About this. Click the bell.
What is it? Like, subscribe, click the bell for more videos.
To be notified every time I post a video.
Uh-huh. That's exactly what it's going. You do it.
Okay. Like, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications for future videos. And follow her at Hey I'm Tiana on Instagram.
Okay.
You can follow me at Face It by Maria for lashes.
That would
And
be
follow
funny.
my grandma at, she doesn't have an Instagram, but maybe
Don't
someday.
follow me.
All right, until next time, bye.
Just come walk my dog.
Oh yeah, wait.
That's all.
Come walk my dog. Say goodbye, Ruby.